I cursed him in my mind, like to get me out of the lift, or for me to. The insult was too much. I don't. But then again, because like they say, Nigerian government, Nigerian, it's so shameful. People are suffering. People are suffering. My name is Ttkjinadu. I am back with another telling it just the way it is chat series. So guys, stay tuned, enjoy. Okay guys, this is more like an observation kind of chat. Yeah, more like an observation kind of chat. And it's a sad one. It's still about Nigeria. I went to a place called Dera in Dubai. That place is a secluded area for the ethnic minorities. You will get the Africans and Asians, like the labor workers living in this area, and they're traders as well in this area. They are like legal traders trading in this area, selling to Nigerians, selling to the world. But most Africans and Asians patronize them. Predominantly Africans, the people I want to talk about. It's such a shame, you know, when you go to Daira at night, what I feel inside me is shame. And do you know why? You find so many Africans, some Africans, I will not say so many, you find some Africans like Nigerians, Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, people I could relate to that I saw there were Africans. Some people say the Nigerian days are Benin, I don't know, but I could hear the broken English, and I could see the way they talk about Lagos and every other thing. I'm quite observant. It's so sad that these people that I saw are Africans. These people don't work. They, at night, you see them in the corners of Dera in a revealing outfit. I mean, you know what I mean, is revealing outfits in the sense that, you know, considering that it's Dubai, I think the police just look away when it comes to that area. They don't really, unless there's a crime, a serious crime going on. Because I have been there once where there was a fight going on between two Nigerians. They had to call the police. So sometimes the police, the Arab or the Arabian police do go there. But I heard most times they look away because they know they're Africans, so sometimes you can kill yourself, you know, that kind of a thing. But yeah, on this occasion, I could see different women in revealing outfits. When I say revealing, the boobs are out, the miniskirt is high up there, you know, cheeky shorts, we call them chick shorts. We call them chick shorts, or cheeky shorts, or you know, like strip shorts. Those shorts that are so short and you can see like half of the bum showing. Excessive makeup, you know, eyelashes as long as God knows what. I've never seen an eyelash so long. You find that on these girls in there, you know, negotiating with men, different kind of men, openly. You understand? It's where those girls, those Nigerian girls, and they speak in broken English, like you can hear them speaking, and they're so loud, and they have no shame. They flaunt it, they do it openly. And do you know the sad thing? Yes, you know, sometimes, yeah, if you want to commit some kind of offense, or you want to do something wrong, I feel, and this is just my opinion, and I'm not encouraging any sort of crime, but I feel you should do it well. Do it well in the sense that go for the most profitable part. And what I meant in saying this is that I felt they should go for the rich Arabs. If you want to prostitute, do your prostitution on a high scale. If you understand what I mean. Yeah, go for the ones with the dough, the ones with the cash. Go for the Arabs. But to my surprise, you know, this in Dubai, the Arab authorities at one point in time, because they don't really work, they don't like doing all these menial jobs and all these labor jobs, you know, like cleaning buildings and you know, cooking, porter, drivers, those sort of jobs. So the Arabs had an agreement with the Indian authority and the Palestinian authority in terms of labor. So, and the Philippine authority as well, those three. So you find that, you see that most of their like domestic help are Filipinos or Filipinos. They're Filipinos. And most of their like drivers, like servers, like you know, labor works, like cleaners, like chambermaid, domestic helps are usually Indians, you know, and they have an area for them. So this type of people, and I'm not condemning them, do you understand? This type of people are the people, are our Nigerian people or the Africans that decide to be prostitution shade and negotiate with talk to. They treat them anyhow, they have no respect for them. And the annoying part of it is that they see every one of us as one, like we're doing exactly the same thing. We are like, when they see black people, it's like we're here for prostitution. That's the way they see us. Something happened to me, and I think it's more of an observation, really. I was at an hotel, not even on this trip. That was my last trip in Dubai. In that hotel, what did you leave?
Something very important.
What is it? Did you live in the room?
I'm not too sure.
Anyway, sorry guys. Sorry for the interruption. So on my last trip in Dubai, I was at the hotel, and the hotel was quite nice, and I think I would say it was nicer than this hotel. Very nice. They were full of Arabs, like Arabs women. You know, the Arabs on the weekend, they like to go and stay in an hotel. Even though they live in Dubai, they like to stay in an hotel, just have a nice time, relax. It's part of their lifestyle. So, but I noticed that when I want to go into the lift, because our room was like on the second floor in the hotel. When I want to go inside the lift, the Arabian women will not step into the lift with you. They will not stay in the same lift with you. So as soon as I step into the lift, they get out of the lift. Or if you're waiting for a lift, they rather let you go than step inside the same lift with you. And when you have an eye contact with them, you know, usually you smile or say hello, so you don't give this rude attitude. When you say hello to them or you have an eye contact with them, they give you dirty looks. If you say hello, they don't answer. They will never answer you. I notice it. Like, why are they very rude? Why are they like this towards me? Because I'm in a foreign land, they don't know me. So I'm guessing it's not something directed at me personally. I'm guessing that's the way they are too. Maybe a colored person. That was my first guess. And I was right. So we have some friends. These friends, they live in Dubai. So we met up with them one evening. And I decided to start the topic because I am very inquisitive when it comes to things like this. I want to know why. So it's at the back of my mind. So I started the subject. They were like, one of them is a nurse, and one of them was like maybe an accountant. I'm not sure. I know she works somewhere now, but one of them is a nurse. The other one is a wife to my husband's friend. So I'm not really. I don't really know her that much, but we'll talk. They were like, you don't say hello, you don't look at them, that they don't like us, they cannot stand us, that they will not stay in the same lift with you, they will not sit on the same chair with you. They will not sit on the same chair with you or on the same bench with you. They rather go and sit somewhere else or get the security to remove you so that they could sit there. It depends on the situation and how they see you. No matter where, either in the shopping mall or in the restaurant or not even close, they will get you removed or they will move their seats elsewhere. But in most cases, they will get to you to stand up for them. They said the hotel, they only gave me respect because they feel that for you to be in this hotel, then you must be able to afford it to an extent. So they don't want to take the piece. Usually they will get the security to get me out of the lift or for me to wait. They will go inside the lift first, and then if the lift comes down, I can go inside the lift. But they will not be in the same lift with me. Never, ever. If you're in the buffet restaurant and your table is next to them and you're about to eat, and you go and sit next to them, like if there's a vacant table and you go and sit next to that vacant table, they will stand up. Or it depends on where it is. If they feel like you're nobody or you're nothing, it depends on how they see you. They'll get a security to move you elsewhere, or get one of the waiters to move you elsewhere. I don't really have a problem with that because it's their country, you know, and they're given priority. But what I have a problem with is the idea, the stigmatization. As Nigerian women, we have a stigma, and it's that stigma that is getting to me. It's like we're all prostitutes. Can you imagine? My teenage daughter was on the internet doing her thing. You know, there's an internet in the hotel. I think in there, my daughter was there just doing her own thing. You know, teenage girls, what they do on the internet, doing her own thing, maybe social media, whatever. And this Arab man walked close to her, and he's been looking at her for a very long time, and she was uncomfortable. Then he stood up and walked close to her, and it doesn't matter. Your age does not matter. You know, the guy was looking at her, and then the guy walked up to her, and the guy said, I'm in room 056. My daughter was just looking like, what? I saw them, and the guy walked away. She was still looking. She looked confused. She does not understand. So she walked up to me, Mommy, do you see that guy, that Arab guy that was going? He was talking to me. I said, what did he say to you? He said room 056. What does that mean, Mommy? And she was asking me what it means. I laughed, but at the same time I cursed him, you know. I cursed him in my mind, like God punish you sort of things, because I just felt the insult was too much. But then again, you cannot blame them. So these are our friends that we had dinner with was like, they think we are all prostitutes, we are all lazy, you know, we're beneath them, you know, and all we do is come here for prostitution, sleep with their husbands, you know, and their husbands really don't really go for Nigerians. They go for the Moroccans. That's what I see them doing. Their mistresses, you know, the married ones, the married Arab men that have like wives. When they decide to pick a mistress, they prefer the maybe Egyptian or Moroccans. They don't really go for Nigerians or Africans, you know. But still, we have this stigma, like, oh, she's here for prostitution. We have it, and it's such a shame. And even the people who prostitute, who choose to, the people, the Nigerians or the Africans choose to do their prostitution with, you feel like crying. In as much as I don't want to judge them, in as much as I felt, oh, something, and seriously I believe that something must have drove them out of the country into Dubai. But whatever it is, if you understand the law in this country is, if you come in with a visitor's visa, you cannot work with a visitor's visa. Nobody will employ you. And even if you have an employment visa, your employment visa is attached to the company you're working for. If you're working for Hilton, the day Hilton sack you or your contract ends with Hilton, if you did not get another job immediately, you have to go back to your country. That's the law. So there are lots of illegal immigrants from Africa in that area. Easiest thing they could do. Well, I'm not sure if it's the easiest thing because they're trades, but then they need money to start trading. And to trade illegally, they need residence permit. It is difficult. I don't know. Because like they say, everybody have a story. Because then I met other Nigerians or Africans in Dera. You know, these ones are not prostituting and they're male. They take you around the Dera area, they show you around, and they get some kind of commission. They don't have papers, they cannot work for the government, they cannot work for the Dubai authorities. They're there illegally, yeah, until they could gather enough money to go back home. Nigerians, Nigerian government, Nigerian leaders, our people are suffering. Some of our people are suffering all over the world. I keep talking about this. You know, when I look at those girls in Dera, I keep thinking, in my mind, I was thinking like, what's the alternative for them? And again, I'm not making excuses because I felt shame. And we are all seen as one, and that's the thing I don't like. We're all seen like that is what we are here for. You know, there's some of us that we knew that, okay, we're going on holiday, we've been saving towards it, working hard, legally, you understand, doing a good job, proper job, hard work. You've been working so hard. So for them to now classify you as a prostitute and they treat you like that and they don't give you the chance. And this is what I say about what people think of you, about the word of mouth, what people say. And this starts from somewhere. And the element of truth, the most painful thing there is that when you go to Dera, you can actually see with your own eyes. I can see it. I can see that these girls are prostituting. That's what they're doing, selling their body. You could actually see them walk up to a man, they negotiate. If that one is not ready or not up for it, they go to the next one. And when you look at the people they go to, they're just like, if you live in the UK, they're just like people that sell meat. They're just like the bushers. They're not even going for the real thing. I'm sorry, but that's the way I see it. And I don't know. You know, sometimes I feel like if the Nigerian government can like visit that area and see what their people are doing, maybe it might change things. You know, sometimes when you hear things and you don't see, it makes a difference. So if they could go there themselves and see for themselves what these people, what their citizens are doing, maybe they will act or do something. I will. Maybe they will do something because it's so shameful. And I think the solution to this for now, even if the Nigerian governments are not ready to do something for now, is maybe they should set up a body, like a kind of body, like if you're stranded here or if you need to do something, or somebody that will fight on their behalf. But who will pay these people? Because it's like a job or work. Somebody that will act on behalf of these people, that will advocate, somebody that will advocate for these people, like a body. Because our people are suffering. In a room, nine women can be in a room. They'll be sharing rent. One room. They share one room, one toilet, one kitchen. And accommodation is not that cheap in Dubai. It's quite expensive. So you'll find like in a flat, one room, and I'm not exaggerating, one room, 9 women. Can you imagine 9 women? And all of them must contribute towards the rent. And what the men are doing, there were even stories or rumor, will I say rumor or stories of how some dirty Arab men finished sleeping with them, then buried them in the desert. We are nothing. So if any Nigerian citizen is missing, that is it. It's just the family's loss. Nobody cares. I mean, what's the benefit of that green passport? What is it? What does that green passport do for us? That's why I said I feel our government should set up like a place, like a body. A body should come together. I don't know who can do it. If our government is not ready to do it, maybe individuals should do it. But the problem is, who will finance this? Where would this money come from? And if you have an idea, can you leave it down in the comment section, please? I'd like to know, and I'd like to hear from you. Who will finance that body where any stranded or illegal immigrants in Nigeria, in the Arab or in Dubai, in UAE or in Dubai, should go and register there? So once that person is missing, I mean, somebody somewhere will know that this person is missing. Maybe their roommates can go there and say XYZ is missing and act on behalf. Because in UK, when any British person is on holiday, or British people, when they are on holiday, if a plane should crash, they will tell you how many British is on that plane. If anything should happen in the country, in their holiday country, the British people or the British government will send a plane or a ship to go and first pick up the British people onto a plane, emergency transportation, and they will act immediately. It's an emergency. They will go, send out a plane to go and pick that person or those people on holiday, the British people on holiday. I remember the Tunisia incident when a man went and shot 30 people at random. A lot of British die, but a lot of British people die. But the other British, the ones that did not die, the British people acted immediately. They have their record. As you're stepping out of the country, they have the record of you. That, okay, Kevin is in Tunisia. Kevin is in Turkey. This is about to happen, or this is happening in Turkey. Can you get Kevin and the family and XYZ to come back to the country? We have so many Nigerians dying without no record. Only their family might have a clue, and the family might not even know. They'll just stop hearing from their families. And it's really, really sad. There's nothing as sad as it. It gets to me. I just thought I should discuss this and I should share my observation. I mean, can you imagine? They said these Arab men, some of them, I'm not generalizing this, and I'm not saying, and I'm not stigmatizing it, not all Arabs are like that, but there's this particular Arab group. They pick up some Nigerian girls, rape them, took them to the desert. They always have like a villa or some sort of house in the desert, and the desert is always isolated. It's not like a residential area. There's no amount of shouting, like screaming. Nobody will come to your aid there. They rape them, kill them, then bury them in the desert. And you know what the desert looks like? It's just sand. And they know they could do that and get away with it. Nobody will question them. Nobody will look for them. The Nigerian government does not care. And what drove this girl, because I don't want to judge them. What I'm doing is highlighting this problem, bringing this problem to the public's awareness that this and this is going on. What is our Nigerian government doing? It's the state of the economy that drove them into prostitution in the first place. Because it's so easy for us to sit down and say, oh, they're prostituting, look at her, they're irritating, judge them. But something drove them. That's the way I look at it. For you to leave your whole Nigeria to come and share a room with 9 other girls or 8 other girls and then resort to prostituting, it might not be the best option or the nice option, but something really bad drove you from your country. And that condition, that situation must be bad. I know of a girl, I will not mention her name. I mean, at one point we have some sort of pity, because about 3 of them share, like 3 or 4 of them share a room, and they had to partition the room in Dubai. And we were just like, my husband was saying maybe he could help so that they could go back to their country, like help with the ticket fare so that they can go back to their country. Because me and my husband thought that suffering was so much. Do you know what this girl said? This girl was like, oh yeah, my country is not good, but it is better here. We are the one having pity. But for this girl to say it's better here, you can imagine the suffering she had experienced from Africa before coming to Dubai. So that is the same way I see these girls that are prostituting in Daira, in Dubai. It's not the best option. It's not supposed to be the best option or the next option, rather. But for them to do that and still remain and not go to their country, because I'm sure if they go to the Dubai authority that they want to go to their country, they're illegally here, they will deport them. Okay. And some of these girls are in bondage, if you know what I mean. Some of these girls are in bondage. They need serious help. Most of them are in bondage, Some of them need to finish paying their madam, the madam that brought them from Nigeria. It's still very, very much, very common. It's a very common problem. We read it on blogs, read it in the paper, read it online news. But this is not a matter of just reading. It's not a rumor. It's not just news. It's the reality. Most of them need to pay their madam. They need to pay their madam back as soon as possible. So they do anything. They go as low as they can. And most of them are scared because of the oaths they've made. Those voodoo oaths, swearing, that's what it means for my non-African or non-Nigerian viewers. They made an oath, they swear. So it's like a covenant between them and the gods of whatever and the Oga. So they need to pay the Oga. So that is why I suggested they need like an advocate, somebody that will act on their behalf in the Emirates, that will act on it, that will pick them up, interview them, a body like some sort of organization that will pick them up, save them from bondage, because it's a kind of bondage really. Save them from this bondage, this entrapment. Help them. We need some kind of body. And I don't think if we wait for the Nigerian government, I think the honest truth is we'll wait forever because they don't care. They don't care. But I don't know if maybe the churches, I don't know. If the churches, some sort of church can come together, form a kind of body, maybe online, they register there, they report there, and then we can make a move. I'm just suggesting, I don't know, because I've been thinking for them and on their behalf. But my people, if you have a suggestion or if you have any idea, leave it in the comment section. Let's think out of the box. Okay, because the best option would be for any good-minded Nigerians living maybe in Abu Dhabi, UAE, generally Dubai, or any part of UAE to come together to form an organization. It could be churches, it could be form an organization, form this body that will advocate, that will act on their behalf, that will set these people free. Because it's shaming us. Not only is it shaming us, these people are suffering. They're human beings. Condition, situation, economy, corrupt leaders, bad leaders led some people to these states. And I feel passionate about this. I feel so sorry for them. I wish and I hope there will be a resolution to this predicament, to this problem. So is there a choice for them to remain here? Guys, I think I'll end this video here. I want you guys to share my video. Share it. And if you enjoy my chat, please like and subscribe. But I would like to hear some sort of suggestion from you. What could they do? What could this girl do? These girls do, or this lady do? What could they do to get themselves out of this predicament? Because it is one. What could they do to better their lives? Because they're already in a foreign land and it's like they're stuck here, and what they're doing is shameful. And what they're doing is not only shameful, it's robbing on some of us or some of you going over there innocently just to have a good time. These women, or these Nigerian women or African women, charge as little as 20 dirham. That is how low they go. And I will convert that to our British UK currency. That's about £4. That's how low they go. So if you have an idea, I don't mind. I feel like somebody needs to help them. So because we can't, leaving everything to the Nigerian government, it's not even going to solve everything. I feel a body of people need to come together, maybe in Dubai. But the thing is, how do we finance such? Because they will need money to function, if you understand what I mean. Come together, have like an office or something there, or something online, where once you're in Dubai, you register there. So if a roommate or a colleague did not see them, they will know they're missing. People are dying like chicken. And it's really horrible. And we've been stigmatized. African women, Nigerian women are stigmatized. You cannot see an African person, lady, with an Arab woman talking, having dinner. Abomination. It will never happen. It's a taboo. You can still see the British or the American having dinner with a Nigerian lady, or having dinner with a black person, sipping coffee, talking. You know, those are quite exposed and quite civilized. Sorry, not an insult to the Arab women, but it's like they have a narrow mind. They've concluded about us. They have their impression, and they've made up their mind. I don't want to have anything to do with this race. This is how they are, just because of the attitude or the behavior of some women from my country and other African countries. It's really sad. It's a shame. It's a shame. And if another thing I would like you to leave in the comment section is, if you have any suggestion, what we can do to change that opinion, what we can do to change that idea. I would like you to leave it in the comment section, please. If you have any idea at all, what we can do, because I feel we need to change. I feel we need to change it. We need to change it. That we're better than this. We have brilliant women in Africa. We have talented women, high-skilled women, highly skilled women. We have them in Africa. Women that are ready to do anything. Women that are ready to improve their country. Beautiful women, brilliant women, African black women. We do have them. But what can we do to change this mentality? Because it's like that is what they know. Prostitute, that's what you come to do in Dubai. Prostitution. And black in their head means you've come here to do prostitution. So they don't like you, they can't stand you, they will not go in the lift with you, like I said earlier. Anyway, I think I'm ranting for too long. It's been nice talking to you guys. As I always say, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. God bless you. Have a nice day and have a nice week. Ta-ra!